Welcome to Westmoreland County Community College's 47th commencement exercise. Please stand if you are able for the presentation of the colors and the national anthem sung by Cynthia Proctor.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Graduates, families, and friends of the graduates, Chairman Amon, members of the Board of Trustees, and President Stanley, welcome. As a member of the faculty, I am proud to greet the students who have taken this significant step into their future. The purpose of today's convocation is to confer degrees, diplomas, and certificates upon these candidates for graduation who have satisfactorily completed the academic requirements in their respective educational programs. Please join me in welcoming our president, Dr. Tuesday Stanley.
Please have a seat. Please have a seat. Wow, Cynthia, Dean Proctor, that was amazing. Thank you. One of my favorite, by far, times of the year, and this is my favorite, by far, day. This is why we are all here every day. It is all about you and your accomplishments. Really well done. I'd also like to point out a couple of folks. Dick Vidmer is here, a former county commissioner, and we have a room named after him. Thank you for joining us for this celebration. Also, our Professor of the Year, Stephanie Turin. Stephanie? She's being a little shy. I want to point out a few of what are just many wonderful, outstanding students and the journey that got them here today. And as I call your name, would you please stand up? Brooke White. Today, Brooke is earning an AAS in Human Services Social Work. She is a 2017 Hempfield Area High School graduate. Here at the college, she's a member of the Campus Activities Board, a mentor for other students, a member of the National Society of Leadership and Success, and Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. Brooke says that her start here at Westmoreland was a little messy because she just wasn't sure what she wanted to do with her life. But once she found her way, she knew she was home in the human services and social work field. And I would say that Professor Turin probably had something to do with that. Brooke worked with one of our faculty, right, Stephanie, who is, again, Professor of the Year, and they together created the Human Services Social Work Club. So Brooke says of Stephanie, she creates powerful leaders within her students, and she considers Professor Turin one of her mentors. She recently traveled to Costa Rica, and I know she was super excited about that. I saw her the day before she went. She worked in an animal shelter, spent a day at a school, and painted a house for a family. Brooke took from this experience that what matters is love and human connection. And so super proud, and I get to say this maybe 5 or 6 times now, that she won the coveted Coca-Cola Transfer Scholar Award, which is a part of the All PA Academic Transfer Scholars Program. So in addition to being All PA, where she gets a full ride to Apache School, she got an additional $1,000, got to transfer to she got to go to Kansas City, Missouri, be honored on stage, and recognized among the most elite of the elite in community colleges. I could not be more proud of you, Brooke. You are an exceptional young woman, and I wish you so much success on your future journey. Blaine Lynn. Don't be shy. There we go. He's earning an AAS in welding engineering technology. He's an Army veteran. Thank you for your service. He's a Roughdale native. He lost his job following 3 surgeries and used the money from his GI Bill during a summer semester. He had taken out loans to make sure he could stay enrolled at the community college, but as the fall semester was beginning, he still needed hundreds of dollars for books. And what he classifies as just in time, he received a $250 Chevron Corporation scholarship. He stated what some might consider a small amount made all the difference in the world to him. He even wrote to Chevron, thanking them for the difference they made in his life with just $250. It helped him pay for books and stay in college. He's a single father of the cutest little girls, because they're here today, of a 4- and 5-year-old daughters, and he's worked 13-hour days, taken classes at night, and carried a full course load just to graduate today. He's interviewing for a job in the area. Wish him all the success in the world. Well done. Many of us don't even do half of that at this early age. Congratulations. Sherwood Friel. Earning an AAS in welding engineering technology. Graduating today with honors. Congratulations. This is his 4th AAS degree from Westmoreland. So proud of you. He currently holds a degree in drafting and design technology, architectural drafting and design design CAD/CAM. So again, 4th and with honors. Sherwood tells us that if you believe that anything is possible, you can do it. He credits great members of our faculty like Doug Gengler for his success. So well done, Professor Gengler. He would also like to tell us that age is not an issue. And you might wonder why he's mentioning age. He volunteered this, I promise. Sherwood is 65 years old and going strong. Congratulations and well done. Melissa and Jacob Swanson. Melissa's earning an AAS in radiology technology, and Jacob's earning an AAS in welding engineering technology. Melissa graduates today, and next week she will start her new career as an X-ray technologist at West Virginia University Medical Center in Morgantown. She credits Professor Sue Schreibel for her success at Westmoreland. She also appreciated all the effort by the Career Services team, and especially Sherry Knoll, to help her land her new job. She said she has a passion for working in the healthcare field. She works currently to help rescue animals find new homes, and before accepting her new job in West Virginia, she worked for UPMC McKeesport Hospital in the Drug and Detoxification Center. Jacob is her son. She's graduating alongside of him today. Pretty neat. He's getting a welding degree and has multiple offers in Arizona where he plans to relocate. You would not dare break your mom's heart like that. I hope not. Are you kidding me? I hope you'll reconsider that. Jacob tried other schools, but he found Westmoreland to have the one-on-one faculty interaction that he needed to be successful. He wants to thank Jennifer Trexel and the scholarship department to help him secure the assistance he needed to see this day through. They also applaud Vice President Dr. Sidney Beeler for taking the time to help them when they had questions, and he feels like this impacted his success greatly. Today, Melissa and Jacob graduate, but soon there will be another Swanson graduating from Westmoreland. Kurt Swanson, Melissa's husband and Jacob's father, will graduate this fall, and hopefully he'll be here next year to graduate. And we were told by Melissa that Jonathan Swanson, Jacob's brother, will be enrolling at Westmoreland this year to pursue his career in healthcare. I congratulate both of Melissa and Jacob. Look forward to congratulating your husband and seeing your son next year. The Ligonier Valley High School seniors. So today, these students are actually Ligonier Valley High School students, and they are crossing our stage, earning their associate's degree before they cross the stage at high school to get their high school diploma. Congratulations. So we have this program in place for 2 years. Last year we had 5 graduates, and this year we have 12. And from what I understand, next year there's 50 between 9th and 10th grade. And I'm hoping they make it through, because I know it is extremely difficult to take a full load here as well as in high school. I want to congratulate all of our graduates, and I wish you much success. It is also my distinct pleasure to introduce the Distinguished Alumnus Award recipient, Dr. Melinda Rosel. She goes by Mindy, and more important than all of her accomplishments is the fact that her grandfather, Chuck Kraft, is one of our board of directors. So Chuck worked here for decades, retired, and then became a board member. Mindy is a graduate and then went on to get her bachelor's and master's degree, and she now works here as well. She is a professor of nursing with the college. She's a Bell Vernon area high school graduate. She worked as an RN at Forbes Hospital. She moved to Texas and she worked in pediatric cancer and behavioral health. And I will tell you, this is her first graduation where she gets to wear her doctorate stole because she just graduated from Carlow University. And I'll share the story because I never get tired of this because this is just wonderful. I was at LA Fitness, and one of her professors in the nursing program at Carlow came up to me and said, I get to sit in on Mindy's defense today. And I said, that's wonderful. I know she's going to pass. That's not even a question. And she went on to tell me, of course she's going to, because she is by far one of the best doctorate students to ever come through this program, and you are lucky to have her. I agree. Help me welcome Dr. Mindy Rossell.
Hello, everybody. I would like to say, first of all and foremost, that I am absolutely honored to be receiving this award today. Slightly nervous to be speaking in front of such distinguished people such as yourselves. You should all be very proud of yourselves today. I'd like to thank the committee and the many individuals who have made this day possible for both myself and all of you as well. While I have many friends, family, and colleagues who have helped shape me into the person that I am, I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge my grandfather, who instilled in me such a very important message, and today I'd like to pass that on to you. Your education is the key to your future. It's the key to the world, something that no one can ever take from you. My history with Westmoreland County Community College goes back many years. I began attending the college as a College for Kids participant during the summers while I was in grade school. So I was about 10 years old whenever I first stepped foot in this college as a student. I always knew I wanted to be a part of this institution. So the day that I received my admission letter to our nursing program, I was tremendously excited to enter this school. Through all of my educational and professional endeavors, I continue to credit Westmoreland with giving me an outstanding foundation. Graduates, I'm so proud to say that I sat in those very same seats that you're sitting in today. I am proud that I received my roots here at Westmoreland, and I'm so blessed that I can continue to contribute to the college community and impact the lives of the students who I teach. Today is a day of celebration as you begin your professional journey. And rest assured that your roots will also run very deep. Be proud of your accomplishments and always remember where you came from. Thank you and congratulations.
So now I get to introduce the keynote speaker, Bob Everly. And I've condensed this introduction because his accomplishments are so vast. This could have been a 10-minute speech just giving you a bio of his accomplishments. Bob earned a Juris Doctorate degree from the University of Pittsburgh School of Law and his undergraduate degree in economics with a minor in history from Cornell University, and I'm sorry, in 1966, don't do the math. It also turned out to be a great year for Bob. He married his lovely wife, Catherine George, then a student at Penn State, and they're going to be celebrating their 52nd anniversary this year. I'll fast forward a little bit to 1991, which was also a pivotal year. He had the opportunity to get in on the ground floor of what ultimately became the largest government contract lawsuit ever filed against the U.S. Alongside some 50 other Navy and Department of Justice lawyers, he defended the Navy against the claim brought by General Dynamics and McDonnell Douglas that eventually exceeded $5 billion. The case became one of the longest running in American legal history. His primary responsibility on the A-12 case was for the stealth technology issues. After that, Bob retired from the General Counsel's office in 1996 and was awarded the Navy Meritorious Civilian Service Medal. Quite an outstanding accomplishment. That same year, he and his wife Kathy moved to Hilton Head Island in South Carolina, and he began a second career as a historian and has been active in battlefield preservation, having served on the board of the Friends of the National Parks at Gettysburg. He also founded the Low Country Civil War Roundtable and served as its first president. He is a lecturer with the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute at the University of South Carolina and currently serves as the fifth president of the Eberly Foundation, which is known for its support of higher education through its scholarship programs and endowments at 27 colleges and universities in the region, and I'm happy that we're one of those 27. Thank you to Bob and the Eberly Foundation. I'm very pleased that Bob agreed to be our keynote speaker. So Bob.
Thank you, Dr. Stanley, for that very kind introduction. Members of the Board of Trustees, faculty and staff, parents, and most importantly, members of the graduating class. Thank you all for the privilege of appearing before you today to give you some of my thoughts about where you may be heading in the years to come. Graduates, today truly is your day, and I'm honored to be able to share these thoughts with you. Earlier today, I had the opportunity to tour your Advanced Technology Center. Several years ago, our foundation provided funding for the installation of certain equipment at the center, and it was very heartwarming to have a chance today to see it in action. The ATC is truly a state-of-the-art facility, one of which all of you can be very proud. I would suggest that there is not anything else in the country that can match it, and it seems to me that it may very well prove to be a model of things to come in the area of technology. Several years ago, I gave a talk at a university whose motto is building character, building careers. As I thought about what I would say to you today, it occurred to me that much of what I had to say then is particularly relevant to the mission of Westmoreland County Community College, and hopefully to all of you. You have all studied and worked diligently in your various disciplines to prepare yourselves for a career in the fields that you have chosen. Your professors, the administrators, and the staff, indeed everyone with whom you have come into contact here at Westmoreland, have given tirelessly of themselves to guide you on your journey, to help you build the foundation for the career you hope to enjoy. They have given you the knowledge and, equally importantly, the life skills you will need to navigate your way successfully through a world that is very different from that which your parents and grandparents knew. The days of 30 years with the same company and a gold watch at your retirement dinner are gone forever. It has been estimated recently that young people entering the workforce today will likely change jobs, if not their entire career focus, some 5 to 7 times during their working lives. This is where the other half of the motto that I mentioned earlier, building character, comes into play. Your character, of course, will have been formed to a large degree prior to your coming here. Your parents and families will have seen to that. That's what we parents do. And it's a funny thing, when you reach my exalted station in life, that of grandparent, I find that I am now imparting to my grandchildren those same lessons that my wife and I passed on to our children all those years ago. They're the same lessons our parents passed to us, and they are timeless. During your time at Westmoreland, character has always been present, sometimes in the background, sometimes right in front of you, but always inherent in the totality of your experience here. Character has often been defined as doing the right thing when no one is watching. As I stand here before you today, I have every confidence that the lessons you've learned from your parents, ably supplemented by your experiences here, have equipped you admirably to do the right thing, to make the right choices in those tough decisions and situations that will ensure you a successful career and, more importantly, a successful life. I'd like to take a moment to share with you some thoughts about two other attributes that interestingly also begin with the letter C. They are charity and citizenship. And hopefully you will have learned something of both during your time here. For many of you, the notion of charity most likely began when you were children, putting nickels and dimes into the church offering box or a Salvation Army bucket. As you grew up and went to high school, you probably learned that charity involves the giving of time as well as money. Service clubs have been around forever in high schools, and in more recent times, formalized community service initiatives have been institutionalized in a great many secondary schools. Many of you who made the decision to come here to Westmoreland likely received scholarship aid, and I know how much that has meant to you. In recent years, I have attended a number of scholar donor dinners where our foundation has provided scholarship assistance. Indeed, they are my favorite events of the year. They've given me a wonderful opportunity to meet and get to know our student recipients. That experience has brought home to me in a very real and personal way just how much our help has meant to those young men and women. That brings me to the notion of paying it forward. All of you are familiar, I am sure, with the phrase. Within the context of higher education, it serves to encourage graduates to pay it forward, as the saying goes, throughout their careers, so that generations of students yet to come can enjoy the same quality educational experience that they did. I heartily recommend it to you, and you may be assured that future generations of worthy students will surely thank you. I hasten to add, however, that as praiseworthy as paying it forward is, you will find out there in the real world that other needs and other opportunities for charitable service are all around you. Hopefully, as you settle into your careers and become active in your various communities, you will seek these out and give of your time and your talents in service to your fellow man. I'd like to talk for a moment now about citizenship. No one can deny that we live in interesting, if not dangerous, times. I am old enough to have lived through the Cold War. Indeed, in the 1990s, I worked in the Navy General Counsel's office in the Pentagon. Those truly were dangerous times. And yet, in some ways, as a nation, we are as much at risk today as we were during the height of our competition with the Soviet Union. The terrorist attacks in Boston and New York City bear tragic witness to this. What is a responsible citizen to do in times such as these? Obviously, it is the obligation of every one of us to vote, not just in presidential elections, but also in state and local elections. And not just on those nice sunny days, but on the nasty days when it's raining or snowing and we'd all rather just stay at home. But your vote will lack true meaning if it is an uneducated one. And so I would say to each of you, take time to educate yourselves on the issues of the day, whether global, national, or local. With the advent of the internet, it is easier than ever to gather information on any issue, to examine opposing points of view, and then to make an informed, educated decision about where you stand. On a more fundamental level, the arguments over the Second Amendment and gun control that we read so much about these days are refocusing our attention on the organic documents upon which our nation was founded, the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. All of us, by the time we leave college, should have a solid understanding of those two documents and the principles inherent in them. It has seemed to me that too often in recent years, the focus has shifted away from history, geography, civics, as it was called back in my day, in our secondary schools, and indeed in many of our institutions of higher learning. If you ever watched Jay Leno doing his man-in-the-street interviews back in the day and listened to the pathetic responses he so often elicited, you will know what I'm talking about. George Santayana bears repeating here. Those who cannot learn from history are doomed to repeat it. And so I would encourage all of you, but particularly those of you who are going into education, be an advocate for the teaching of history. In my research for a class I teach at a local university in South Carolina, I came across the story of a young man whose life exemplifies the attributes we've been looking at today: character, career, charity, citizenship. I'd like to take a moment to tell you about him. In 1852, young Thomas Higginson, the son of New England abolitionists, answered a call to become the pastor of the Free Church in Worcester, Massachusetts. A contemporary of Thoreau and Whittier, Higginson was educated at Harvard College and Harvard Divinity School. He could have led a quiet life of service to his congregation and his community. But as the tumultuous decade of the 1850s unfolded, he became active in the Underground Railroad. He traveled to Kansas, where immigrants from the North were trying to keep that state free from the spread of slavery. In 1861, with war imminent, he helped raise troops for a Massachusetts regiment. Shortly after the Civil War broke out, Higginson was offered command of the very first regiment of freed slaves, then being formed on Hilton Head Island in South Carolina, an area recently occupied by federal troops. He led that regiment ably in combat from 1862 through 1864, demonstrating to a wary administration in Washington that African Americans could indeed fight to gain their own freedom. When I think of Thomas Higginson, I am always reminded of the words of Theodore Roosevelt. In a speech entitled Citizenship in a Republic, given at the Sorbonne in Paris in 1910, Roosevelt said the following: "It's not the critic who counts, nor the man who points out how the strong man stumbled, or where the doer of deeds might have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and comes up short again and again, who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, and spends himself in a worthy cause, and who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat." Thomas Higginson lived out the meaning of these words in his life. He dared greatly and in the end helped to gain the victory of freedom over slavery. He spent himself in a worthy cause and in the process helped to make real for millions of Americans the promise so eloquently voiced by Thomas Jefferson in the Declaration of Independence. Pardon me. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. And what was Higginson's reward? He wrote of it in his memoir, Army Life in a Black Regiment. On January 1st, 1863, he presided at the first public reading of Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation near Beaufort, South Carolina. His regiment was arrayed in line, and hundreds of freed slaves were in attendance as the ceremonies got underway. I quote from his book: "The President's proclamation was read by Dr. Brisbane, a thing infinitely appropriate, a South Carolinian addressing South Carolinians, for he was reared among these very islands, and here had long since emancipated his own slaves. Then the colors were presented to us by a chaplain who brought them from donors in New York. There followed an incident so simple, so touching, so utterly unexpected that I can scarcely believe it, though it gave the keynote to the whole day. Thank you. Just as I took and waved the flag, which now for the very first time meant anything to these poor people, there suddenly arose a strong male voice singing, "My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing." Near the end of the ceremony, one of the 1st South Carolina sergeants approached Higginson, saluted him, and said, "I think myself happy this New Year's Day for salute my own colonel. This day last year I was servant to a rebel colonel, but now I have the privilege for salute my own colonel." For Higginson, it was a moment that would last a lifetime and a memory without price. Theodore Roosevelt's words lived out in a life of true consequence. One wonders, however, whether Roosevelt's words are no longer relevant in our fast-paced modern world, whether they have not been consigned to the dustbin of history. One need look no further than Rosa Parks, who politely but firmly refused to take a seat in the back of a Montgomery, Alabama bus in 1955. Or Pat Tillman, who gave up a lucrative career in the National Football League to enlist in the Army after 9/11, to know that they have not. Mrs. Parks lived a long and productive life, passing away in 2005. Pat Tillman lived but a very short life, being killed in a friendly fire incident in the mountains of Afghanistan in 2004. 2 lives, each very different from the other, but both in their own way, exemplifying the timeless nature of Roosevelt's words. I commend those words to each of you. May they be a comfort and a guide to you when, as you surely will, you encounter difficult decisions in your careers or in your lives. Finally, while it is undoubtedly trite to say, never be afraid to have a dream and to nurture it and work toward its fulfillment. For as far back as I can remember, I always dreamed of becoming a writer. A career as a lawyer and the reality of helping raise a family unavoidably put that dream on hold for a number of years. Writing appellate briefs had to suffice during my years as a trial attorney. But I never did let go of the dream. And in 2005, after years of research and writing, my book, Bouquets from the Cannon's Mouth, was published. Even today, when I stop to think about it, I can scarcely believe that it all really happened. I know I said finally a moment ago, but there is one last thing I want to say to you, and that is never forget to make time for your families. Your careers are vital, of course, and giving of your spare time to charitable endeavors and to your community is commendable. But in the grand scheme of things, family is paramount. It is what endures and gives the deepest meaning to our lives. I thank you all so very much for having invited me to speak to you today. I congratulate all of you on your accomplishments to date, and I wish you all Godspeed and every success as you take the next steps on that great journey we call life. Thank you all. Go Wolfpack!
Thank you, Dr. Eberly, for all those wise lessons that we can learn from. Next, I would like to introduce Anna Testa. She is representing the class of 2018. Anna grew up in Irwin, came to Westmoreland County to study human services and social work. She is currently the Vice President of the Human Services and Social Work Club and is very proud of the work they have done. She will be pursuing her bachelor's degree in social work at Seton Hill this fall.
Thank you. First, I want to start by congratulating everyone that's graduating today. It may have been a short journey or a long journey, but nevertheless, you persisted and here we are. I would especially like to thank Stephanie and the rest of the social work class for making my experience here a fantastic one. A little bit of background, I never participated in anything in high school. I had participated in Japanese club and chorus, but that was about it, and even then I stopped after a while. I preferred reading and helping my friends with all of their problems, which is how I think I got to choose the social work major. My first semester here, I didn't know what to expect because I don't think I knew anybody, and after walking through the doors for the first time, it made me realize that it was going to be a great experience here. Everyone made me feel so welcome, and everyone was so helpful. One of my first classes was Intro to Social Work with Stephanie, and about the first week in, she mentioned that they were making a human service social work club. And I didn't get involved right away because I didn't know anybody. But a few months in, after I got a feel for the major, the vice president quit, and I took over that position, which was the best decision of my life. I learned so much the 2 years that I have been here, and the thing that I learned is that you have to be the change that you wish to see in the world. Our club does a lot of volunteer work, we help a lot of people, and it's honestly just so rewarding seeing everyone come together to help those who need it. If everyone in this room, after they left here today, did one good deed, the world would be a much better place. What doing good does for everyone involved is it makes you feel good knowing you helped someone in need, but it also makes the person you help feel good knowing that they're wanted and cared for. You don't have to be a social work major to help people. Everyone can do good for this world. You've all been supported by your families, your friends, and your classmates to come here and graduate, and now it's time for you to support others. You have to be the good that you wish to see in the world. And when you do that, the world becomes a much better place. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna, and thank you for sharing your student experiences and some very good words of wisdom. Dr. Sydney Beeler, Vice President of Enrollment Management, will now recognize our students for their outstanding accomplishments.
Thank you and welcome to all of you. When I mention your affiliation, will you please stand and remain standing so we can recognize all of you, okay? All right. Students who received an Academic Achievement Award for maintaining the highest grade point average in their major, please stand. Students who will graduate with highest honors, high honors, and honors, please stand. Members of Phi Theta Kappa, the National Honor Society for two-year colleges, please stand. Members of Sigma Alpha Pi, the National Society of Leadership and Success, please stand. Students who presented their research and honors projects at the National Conference on Undergraduate Research, please stand. Student athletes who received an award for their participation on our intercollegiate athletics teams. Students who received an award in recognition of their participation in our student clubs or campus organizations. And all Ligonier Valley College Now students, please stand. Families, friends, and others, please give these graduates a round of applause for their hard work and dedication.
You can have a seat now. How impressive, aren't they? Dr. Christy Bishop, Vice President for Academic Affairs, will now present the class of 2018 to Dr. President Stanley.
President Stanley, it is with honor and pleasure on behalf of the Westmoreland County Community College faculty and administration that I present the candidates for degrees, diplomas, and certificates. The members of the 47th graduating class of Westmoreland County Community College have demonstrated by attainment their worthiness to receive the Associate of Arts degree, Associate of Fine Arts degree, Associate of Applied Science degree, diploma, and certificate with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto as stipulated in the Charter of Westmoreland County Community College.
Thank you, Dr. Bishop. By virtue of the power and authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I hereby confer upon the candidates the Associate of Arts degree, Associate of Fine Arts degree, Associate of Applied Science degree, diploma, and certificate. Grand Marshal Hustash, would you please ask the candidates to come forward to receive their respective degrees, diplomas, and certificates?
President Stanley and Mr. Chad Amon, Chair of the Westmoreland County Community College Board of Trustees, will present degrees to the graduates. Dr. Andrew Barnett, Dean of Public Services, Humanities, Social Sciences, and Mathematics, and Cynthia Proctor, Dean of Business, Math, Science, and Engineering, will identify the candidates for the Associate of Arts degree, Associate of Fine Arts degree, the Associate of Applied Science degrees, diploma, and certificate. Student marshals, will you please send forward the candidates?
Associate of Arts, Lacey M. Barkley. Rachel A. Bassinger. Rachel P. Berger. Vivian J. Bishop. Emily A. Luhash. Alexis B. Charlesworth. Deanna R. Chero. Kayla L. Corson. Kevin Dahlstrom. Kathleen Davenport. Andrew D. Macelis. Andrew G. Durda. Kevin Dorfler. Kate E. Ellis. Caitlin M. Evans. Elena M. Fisher. Ethan Hartman. Rebecca P. Hartman. Ryan M. Humbert. Elizabeth M. King. Andrew R. Klein. Sarah M. Klinchak. Jason Lohr. Ashley T. Lucas. Angela Malone. Lauren E. Magnus. Ellis C. Merchant. Jordan L. Nonnenberger. Andrea S. Ollenzok. Delaney R. O'Toole. Paige Panagal. Anthony M. Pipak. Anja R. Poppy. Colton Rashilla. Wade R. Rashilla. Monica R. Rebar. Rachel Rice. Samantha J. Ryan. Autumn Seftis. Ashley R. Smith. Eli Smith. Kelsey Stormer. Associate of Fine Arts. Autumn N. Alco. Mallory R. Biller. Peggy Bittner. Adam Clark. Kayla M. Laverdi. Laurel Ortiz Pasternak. Regis Picar. Dylan Pizak. Kylie S. Sarike. Arlia L. Zarbowski. Associate of Applied Science in Accounting, Lauren Felter. Asia L. Jones. Davina M. Smith. Associate of Applied Science in Applied Industrial Technology, Michael A. Vusish. Associate of Applied Science in Baking and Pastry, Tiffany M. Briner. Olivia M. Ferranti. Amy Jo Englert. Cassandra L. Hull. Amanda M. Schreiner. Associate of Applied Science in Business Management, Natalie G. Bassett. Patrick B. Cooper. Damon Lease. Michael L. Myers, Kenneth R. Paredes, Alyssa M. Shawley, Justin Simon, Jared J. Stevenson, Elizabeth M. Turpak, Associates in Business Joseph File, Associate of Applied Science and Computer Information Security, Jesse J. Hodges, Jacob Mihal, Associate of Applied Science in Computer Numerical Control Technology, Nicholas Good, Matthew L. Resnick, Jeffrey Ritter, Michael E. Vukas, Associate of Applied Science in Computer Technology, Katrina M. Brown, Michael Cheng, Cody M. King, Stephanie L. Platts, Brandon T. Plummer, Peter Rodman, Delroy Ross, Curtis M. Schrack, Joseph H. Thompson, Cody Wright, Associate of Applied Science in Criminal Justice, Beth A. Chapman, Tyler W. Gallo, Kaylee M. Halavsa, Brittany N. Hollis, Jordan T. Jordan, Bobby Joe Moose, Joel Norman, Chase M. Poole, Kimberly D. Reinhardt, Madison A. Washington, Associate of Applied Science in Culinary Arts, Joshua J. Cable, Amy Chervon, Terry L. Chesler, Ben Ferrugia, Joyce E. Giesler, Amber T. Jepson, Delilah M. Pifferetti, Arminda G. Rains, Abigail N. Snodderly, Associate of Applied Science in Dental Hygiene, Samantha Abraham, Allison T. Arendis, Michelle L. Barr, Sarah J. Bowman, Brianna R. Baxter, Melissa W. Cageso, Amy Davis, Jeanette A. Gamble, Frank A. Connick, April Liebengood, Savannah M. Ludwig. Anna Malachi. Maria N. McDade. Allison McGuff. Brenna Robbins. Marina L. Rowland. Kara M. Schultz. Nicole E. Skubik. Rachel L. Simons. Associate of Applied Science in Diagnostic Medical Sonography, Sarah E. Bilski. Lisa M. Cameron. Elena M. Dragovich. Chelsea J. Ferry. Megan M. Heggis. Christy M. Kelly. Hadley M. Nair. Amanda J. Rothy. Paige Semo. Lindsay B. Smith. Kimberly M. Watkins. Associate of Applied Science in Dietetic Technology, Nutritional Services Management, Caitlin N. Kane. Associate of Applied Science in Drafting and Design Technology, Kaylee M. Bassinger. Jessica L. Rancourt. Taylor J. Trout. Caleb D. Wolfhope. Associate of Applied Science in Education, Pre-K, Grade 4, Catherine E. Eicher. Brittany L. Gromley. Hannah J. Hiltebildel. Alyssa L. Lopez. Christina L. Sarti. Amy D. Smith. Rebecca C. Trainer. Associate of Applied Science in Electrical Utility Technology, Colton R. Beecham. Tyler S. Byer. Nicholas T. Cahy. Cole T. Dubrock. Matthew T. Fontanazza. Eric R. Glushenko. Christopher T. Herzik. Quaid M. Karas. Jonathan P. Kaiser. Justin J. O'Donnell. Corey Z. Ritzert. Aaron W. Rugg. Michael A. Shirey. David L. Wheatley. Andrew J. Wright.
Associate of Applied Science in Electronics Engineering Technology, Aaron J. Fox.
Christopher L. Hunter. Drew D. Niederheiser. Michael S. Sisak. Associate of Applied Science in Engineering Technology, Olivia R. Gennaro. Jesse R. Linders Heck. Dustin S. McCollin. Nathan L. Norton. Associate of Applied Science in Graphic Communications, Andrew Clements. Lisa M. Nancy. Associate of Applied Science in Heating, Ventilation, Air Conditioning, and Refrigeration, Merle J. Barkley. Timothy J. Bauer. Shane Weaver. Associate of Applied Science in Homeland Security, Troy A. Hanchar. Associate of Applied Science in Horticulture, Anthony M. Zello. Good job. Rue C. Edelman. Associate of Applied Science in Human Services Social Work, Lacey M. Brunel. Roxanne Bush. Anna Testa. Jessica Carson. Deshana N. Douglas. Vanessa L. Drapala. Nicole E. Ekman. Donna Hafer. Shannon L. Hetrick. Courtney R. King. Tina M. Reed. Brandy S. Satovich. Lauren N. Swearhouse. Shelby M. Swift. Brooke E. White. Terry A. Yates Waldron. Associate of Applied Science in Journeyman Technology, Jeffrey A. Minkle. Associate of Applied Science in Medical Healthcare Management, Jamie A. Barrett. Christina Fry. Victoria M. Gant. Emily A. Rykoff. Jennifer E. Smith. Jillian Stoddard. Natalie F. Swantick. Jessica Taylor. Penny Thomas. Amanda Wozniak. Kathy A. Little. Associate of Applied Science in Multimedia and Photography, Autumn R. Bartlett. R. Connor Boyle. Carl P. Childs. Heather A. Connor. Braylee A. Mickelwain. Nicole M. Michio. Brianna J. Mesick. Aaron T. Painter. Taylor A. Rubino. Jacob I. Thompson. Associate of Applied Science in Nursing, Shania D. Barkley. Austin J. Belzer. Brittany K. Bloom. Ariana C. Bush. Christine P. Cornoyer. Morgan C. Doobie. Ashley L. Goodwin. Brianna M. Keith. Carrie A. Keith. Kaylee E. Cooser. Brittany N. Lutz. Janae E. Matson. Emily G. May. Katie L. May. Kelly A. Fletcher. Shelby L. Roman. Jessica R. Rupel. Ariel L. Schneider. Catherine A. Spotted Bear. Amber Watt. Christy R. Yeckley. Colleen M. Zufall. Associate of Applied Science in Office Technology, Sheena J. Hooks. Yale N. Smith. Associate of Applied Science in Paralegal, Renee J. Agostini. Jenny M. Hurlbut. Cheyenne Stefan. Associate of Applied Science in Petroleum Technology, Dalton T. Oplinger. Associate of Applied Science in Radiology Technology, Chelsea E. Anderson. Brianne L. Arcuri. Danielle B. Barrett. Mila Breckenridge. Jesse J. Britt. Brianna M. Carr. Douglas R. Clausen. Lacey G. Crossett. Jessica L. Dowell. Dennis Grove. Kayla M. Grove. Kirsten M. Horrell. Brittany M. McVicker. Morgan N. Mizikar. Stephanie Peterson. Kelly M. Rates. Alexander J. Russo. Melissa D. Swanson. Jeffrey C. Trusky. Caitlin E. Wires. Associate of Applied Science in Science Technology, Jillian R. Koziniak. Aliyah E. Rogers. Cheyenne E. Spoggy. Associate of Applied Science in Web Technology, Sarah L. Snyder. Diploma in General Studies Transfer, Brian Haydock. Associate of Applied Science in Welding Engineering Technology, Joshua P. Betts. Nicholas Carlo. Sherwood C. Friel. Christopher Jurek. Blaine M. Lynn. Caleb J. Mattis. Jacob C. Swanson. Evan M. Winkler. Tyler P. Wright. Maria C. Markman. Diploma in Culinary Arts, Edward Camp. Nicholas S. Slider. Diploma in Medical Assisting, Stephanie Butchko. Rebecca Campbell. Sarah M. Casario. Caitlin B. Fleming. Mallory Garsteck. Jessica Harris. Catherine Stella, AAS in Criminal Justice. Julie Harvey. Aaron Leary. Diane L. Steiner. Diploma in Welding Engineering Technology, India Adair. Certificate in Business Management, Chelsea L. Bolish. Certificate in Medical Healthcare Management, Amanda M. Bowling. Certificate in Phlebotomy Specimen Processing, Genevieve R. Algo. Haley V. DeWitt. Ashley Faust. Lindsay L. Harris. Wendy L. Hellman. Stephanie A. Kiefer. Haley M. Kentai. Haley L. Overend. Certificate in Pipeline Mechanic, Matthew R. Belschner. Madison C. Harvey.
So this is my favorite part. At this time, I would like to ask that all graduates move their tassels to the left. So as you can see, congratulations to all of you, the Westmoreland County Community College's 47th graduating class. And now I would like to introduce Mr. Chad Amon, Chair, Westmoreland County Community College Board of Trustees.
Good evening. On behalf of the entire Board of Trustees for the Community College, let me be the second, I think, to congratulate all of you on this wonderful accomplishment. Before just the congratulations, I want to also say thank you. You may not realize it, but what you have done over the past several years or months or whatever has made our entire region and our community a better place to live, work, and play. You see, at this podium, I wear actually three hats at this podium. I am the chair for the trustees. I am also the president of the Westmoreland County Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is the largest and most active business association and one of the largest and most active associations in all of southwestern Pennsylvania. I have the privilege to work with companies day in and day out. And on the Chamber's, the Chamber's list of things that we are doing, we are working on the comprehensive plan for the county, the workforce forum, the developing tomorrow's leaders, advocating on behalf of businesses each day in and day out. So some of the hurdles that we have found in our community are things that you already know. We have an aging population. We have trouble getting to the metropolitan area. We have trouble retaining our young people. And sometimes we have unwillingness to collaborate across boundary lines of the county and the municipalities. But without exception, the biggest challenge that is facing our business community is the lack of skilled workers. And so you today are the ones that are helping our community by your education and being skilled in the jobs that are in our community. Simply put, we cannot continue to thrive and our businesses cannot flourish without you. We need more people like you, people who have invested their time, energy, and resources into obtaining the skills that our employers need today, tomorrow, and beyond. We have a unique concern in our region. One is that we are aging quickly, but we are not able to retain those young people. And I think that I'm going to share a quote that's nearly a century old, but perhaps more relevant today than it was first spoken. It's an idea put forth by a legendary captain of industry, Henry Ford. Henry Ford said, "Anyone who stops learning is old, whether at 20 or 80. Anyone who keeps learning stays young." With this in mind, everyone here in some way is part of the solution of our challenges in our community. I'm sure our post-secondary institutions wouldn't need to worry about filling classrooms if everyone would embrace lifelong learning and career development as the fountain of youth. We tend to think of commencement events like tonight as the finish line, but I would suggest to you, think of this as the starting line. Tonight, you do need to celebrate. Absolutely, we need to celebrate. But tomorrow, we need to start planning of how you will continue to sharpen your skill set, learn more, and become even more skilled. Embracing that mindset will help to solve the puzzles of our local economy and our economic development and the jobs that sustain our families. Tonight, you've taken a significant step forward. Celebrate this accomplishment. You've earned it. Not only have the students earned it, also, I think that we need to make sure that we recognize the parents, the spouses, the children, the friends who have helped all of you students through the time that you have spent in the classrooms. I think we need to make sure that we recognize the parents. I also want to thank the faculty, Dr. Stanley, the administration, and the entire team here at Westmoreland County Community College for their hard work. I think they need a round of applause as well. And with that, on behalf of the trustees, our business community, and our entire region, I thank you again for your dedication to enhancing the skills that you have and making sure that our community is a better place to live, work, and play. I look forward to watching each of you develop into the next generation of business and community leaders. Congratulations once again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chairman Amon, for sharing with us the secret of staying young and being successful. Now I would like to introduce Joe Fow and ask him to come forward to the stage for the closing.
Thank you. Congratulations. Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself at any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the guy who decide where to go. Oh, the places you'll go, there is fun to be done. There are points to be scored. There are games to be won. And the magical things you can do with that ball will make you the winningest winner of all. Fame. You'll be as famous can be, with the whole wide world watching you win on TV. Except when they won't, because sometimes they won't. I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play lonely games too. Games you can't win because you'll play against you. All alone, whether you like it or not, alone will be something you'll be quite a lot. And when you're alone, there's a very good chance you'll meet things that scare you right out of your pants. There are some down the road between hither and yon that can scare you so much you won't want to go on. You'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You'll get mixed up with many strange birds as you go. So be sure when you step with care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and
all. Can guests please remain seated until all graduates will leave the gymnasium, and there will be a reception to congratulate everyone in Wolf's Den. Thank you.